The industrial world was shaped by oil. It also created the world's first billionaire, John D. Rockefeller. For a long time, oil was the resource the whole world depended on. But the current world runs on another type of resource, a resource that every single human being on planet Earth possesses in equal amounts. That resource is attention, and everybody wants yours. Billions and billions of dollars are spent every year to harvest attention on a global scale. From the billboards in Times Square to that new viral TikTok, everybody wants you to pay attention. And you can imagine this creates attention scarcity. People give their attention away for free and get nothing in return. So many people have become attention broke. They can't focus on what's important. They're misinformed on a daily basis. They cannot think for themselves. Those who overpay with attention create a new category of people: consumers. In this video, we'll talk about why everybody wants your attention and what you need to do in order to keep it and not become attention broke. Welcome to Alux. The attention economy. The current world is built on attention, and those who manage to grab the most of it win. That's why corporations want your data. They're not interested in who you are. They're interested in what you're paying attention to so they can show you better ads. The world is transitioning from an industrial economy to an attention economy. Oil still literally powers the world, but the economy shifted to attention. And just as there's a wealth gap in the industrial economy, there's an attention gap in the attention economy. Nobel laureate Herbert Simon said that a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. The average American sees about 10,000 ads every single day. Now, that's information they didn't opt in to seeing, it's just there in their face. If you look at the biggest companies in the world, you'll see that most of them either make content or they're selling you things to consume content on. The poor give away their attention for free. The rich pay attention in exchange for value. This puts the poor in the consumer category, and from here, things start to get interesting. You see, we believe the world is split into two kinds of people: creators and consumers. And everybody in the world is a consumer to a certain degree. You watch content, you buy the clothes you like, you eat the food you enjoy, you consume value created by others. But out of these consumers, an extremely low number are also creators, those who build things for others. A consumer will never get rich, ever. If all you do is consume, you'll live an average life. This is where your attention starts to become really important. Everything you see around you was built by other people who are not smarter than you. That's something Steve Jobs said years ago. When you're growing up, you tend to believe the world just is. You found it like this when you came into it. Things were already here. And as you grow up, new things sort of appear around you. You've got new things to do, new technologies to play with, new things to enjoy, and so on. And this creates a consumer mentality. You take things for granted and you're only here to consume. You sit around waiting for others to do stuff. And like another thing Steve Jobs once said, that's a very limited life. But everything changes when you start to realize you can actually influence the world you're living in. You can create your own things. You can shape your own environment. You can become a creator. Take a second right now and look around you. Everything you see is made by someone. The chair you're sitting in, the screen you're watching this video on, the clothes you wear. The world is built by us, for us. But when everyone wants your attention, you can't focus on the things that will make you a creator. You can't envision a better life for yourself because you're busy scrolling. You end up living in a world built for you. That's why successful people pay very little attention to things that don't bring value. And this requires a mentality shift. You need to see your attention as a valuable resource. And everything starts with paying attention to the right things. In the attention economy, you need to treat your attention the same way you treat your money. You wouldn't go down the street giving away your hard-earned cash to anyone in your path, would you? So why are you doing the same with your attention? Just like you've got a budget for your money, you need a budget for your attention. Many believe they've got unlimited attention because it recharges every time you go to sleep. You have attention today and you'll have the same amount of attention tomorrow, no matter how much you spend the previous day. But that's not exactly true. Your attention is capped by your lifespan and mental energy. When you're 86, it doesn't matter what you pay attention to. In fact, other people will have to pay attention to you. So you need a daily attention budget that you'll spend on the right things. Now, there are two kinds of information you can spend this budget on. By the way, this is something we heard from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. 1, the just-in-case information. That's when you watch 5 hours worth of ski instruction videos on YouTube, just in case you decide to go skiing this winter. This is the type of information that feels useful, but you don't actually need it right now. You might at some point, but not today. It makes you feel good about yourself because you're learning something new, but it's ultimately something you're either never going to use or you'll have to relearn by the time you need it. It's the same when you look at information on how to invest $1 million just in case you randomly get rich overnight. Plenty of people get trapped into this just-in-case type of information thinking they're learning something new. And the second type is just-in-time information. This is when you decide to run ads for your business and you look up how Facebook ads work. It's information you're about to use right after or in the very near future. Or when you look up a healthy dinner recipe for tonight because you want better food in your body. Or when you listen to the Alux app to expand your understanding of yourself and the world. This is the most valuable type of information you need to spend your attention budget on. It pushes you forward every day. It gets you moving in the direction you choose. It gives you control over attention and allows you to focus on the things that will make you a creator. But even knowing all of this, you will still struggle with your attention. You need an information diet. If you don't have a budget, you'll default into giving it away for free because you'll feel bored otherwise. You can't sit in a room and stare at the ceiling for 8 hours straight and pay attention to absolutely nothing, so it needs to come with a decision. You have to actively go against how the new economy works. Procrastination is rampant because billions and billions of dollars are spent each year to rob you of your attention. People keep looking for ways to stop procrastination when the solution is right there in front of your eyes every waking second. You have so many things to procrastinate on, you can't get bored today. To even be in a position to make an attention budget, you need to go against how the world wants you to act each day. It's pretty pointless to believe your self-control and willpower will be enough to escape the infinite scroll effect. You need an information diet, a carefully selected plate of just-in-time information. You can look at it as a series of protocols that will keep you grounded and focused and doesn't allow you to spend your attention on being a consumer. One of these protocols is the most powerful productivity tool ever created, the airplane mode. When you decide to spend your attention budget, switch your phone into airplane mode. Take yourself off the grid. If anyone wants your attention, they need to wait. If you ever needed a productivity tool, this is it. Find an aggregator of deep, curated knowledge. Finding the right, just-in-time information is a job in itself. That's why we pay for newsletters that do a rundown of what's interesting to us. We could find that information for free for ourselves, but you see, by free, we mean we're paying with our attention budget. Fast will always beat free in that sense. Focus on one thing at a time. Your attention budget is limited. Realistically speaking, you have about 3 to 4 hours a day worth of attention budget. To make the most of it, you need to use it on one task at a time. Nobody can multitask, okay? That's a pure myth. If you have more than 2 tabs open on your browser, it's safe to assume you're not paying attention to any of them. It's extremely easy to slip up and find yourself scrolling something unrelated by accident. Another thing you need to do is to avoid surface knowledge. Go deep on the things that interest you. Become an expert in something. Try it out and see how it works. Break it and then build it back up. To become a creator, you need to use your attention and explore your curiosity. In conclusion, Aluxer, the world spends billions of dollars trying to rob you of your attention. When you become attention broke, you end up living your whole life as a consumer. You can't focus on anything important because your whole mental energy is depleted on things that don't give you any value. You need to start looking at your attention like the valuable resource it is. Make a budget for it and use it on things that will make you a creator. Go on an information diet to optimize your attention budget and build the life you want to live. In the end, we'll leave you with this question, Aluxer. What are you paying attention to?